The power of music in film can sometimes be underestimated. Take a look at this iconic scene from Rocky. With the score, it is perfect, but without it, it's nothing. Suddenly, it feels empty and disconnected. Music is one of the most important tools a filmmaker has, yet often we don't even notice it. But we do feel it, and sometimes that's the thing that turns a moment into something unforgettable. Once again, I find myself coming back to Minari. It's a film where the music rarely stands out, at least not at first. Emile Museri's score lingers quietly in the background, like the rustle of wind through tall grass. You almost forget that it's there. But that's the point of this score. It moves silently with the story, gently holding each moment together. It is not overpowering, and sometimes that is exactly what you want in a film. The music is subtle and soft, reflecting what we see visually in the story. It almost goes unnoticed, but then we reach the climax. As the barn burns and David runs through the field, the music swells, not with force, but with emotion. That's when I realized it had been building this entire time. The score wasn't just there to make me feel something in this moment, it had been preparing me for it all along. It accumulated to this beautiful tragedy and makes you really feel for this family. I could go on, but for the type of film that Minari is, I think this score is perfect. Here comes Final Destination Bloodlines. It is a total tonal shift, but it has one of the most effective openings that I've seen in recent times. Here we are, college students in a skyscraper, and Shout by the Eiley Brothers blasting in the background. It feels like a party, but we, as the audience, we know better. The tension builds not because of ominous music, but because the music isn't ominous. It is wildly energetic. The cheerful song paired with fast editing and graphic, chaotic deaths is deeply unsettling. It makes you feel anxious, curious, and uncomfortable all at once. I remember watching it for the first time with a huge smile on my face simply because I was blown away. That opening told me everything I needed to know about the film's tone, and it did so with one single song. In Inception, music is the architecture. It holds the entire world together. Hans Zimmer's score doesn't just play in the background, it pulses through the film like a heartbeat. And in the final scene, everything comes down to one moment. But it's not just the image that makes this scene unforgettable, it's the music. Hans Zimmer is a master of emotional architecture. His work doesn't just sit in the background, it builds the moment. In this final scene, the track begins with a delicate piano. It is simple, almost hesitant. It grows slowly, adding layers, and as Cobb reunites with his children, the music becomes overwhelming, not with volume, but with feeling. We get that sudden rush of emotion. We want Cobb to succeed, and in the end what we get is a sense of closure and uncertainty colliding. Zimmer's score doesn't give us the answer here, it just leaves us questioning. It's not just the end of the film, it is the sound of letting go. with that one final note. And then there is Dune. This world feels ancient, dangerous, and sacred, and the music is unlike anything I've ever heard. It starts with a sound, the thumper. This steady mechanical beat creates tension and signals that something big is about to happen. The score isn't a typical melody. It focuses on creating an atmosphere that fits this harsh, unfamiliar world. Once again, it is Hans Zimmer behind the score. He builds the music slowly around that rhythm, adding layers of low tones and eerie vocal sounds. When Paul rides the sandworm, the score grows louder and more intense. The heavy drums match the movement and scale of the worm, making the scene feel bigger and more thrilling. The music emphasizes the danger and excitement of this moment, helping the audience connect emotionally with Paul's experience. The score supports the visuals and action perfectly, making the world of Dune feel real and immersive. And that's not just great music. What we're seeing is world building through sound. Whether it's a quiet emotional build, a subversive needle drop, a ticking time bomb, or the sound of another planet, music changes how we experience film. It is not just the background noise, it is storytelling. It is structure, and more often than not, it's the reason why we remember a scene long after the screen goes black.